It happened in front of 50,000 fans, live on national television, and within seconds, the entire stadium went silent. A bone snap, a scream, a leg bent the wrong way. This was not how Canada's biggest World Cup night in history was supposed to be remembered. But for Ismail Koné, it became the night everything changed in an instant. Stick around because what happened next on that field and what his coach said minutes later is something nobody who saw it will ever forget. Let's set the scene. Canada was making history. This was their first ever World Cup win, a massive 6-0 thrashing of Qatar at BC Place in Vancouver. The crowd was electric, the team was flying, and Ismail Koné, Canada's 24-year-old midfield engine, was right in the middle of it. He'd already been named player of the match in the tournament opener. He was the heartbeat of this Canadian squad, and then in the 51st minute, everything fell apart. Koné picked up the ball in the opponent's half, looking to push forward when Qatar's Asim Madibo came in from behind. It wasn't a 50-50 challenge. It was a late, sweeping tackle that caught Koné's leg directly. He went down instantly, clutching his leg in agony. Players from both sides could hear it. Canada's captain Stephen Eustachio was one of the first to reach him, and he later said he knew immediately something was seriously wrong the moment he looked down. Before we go further, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the like because we cover the biggest moments in football as they happen. And trust me, this story has more twists coming. Now back to Vancouver. The referee didn't hesitate. Madibo was shown a straight red card, Qatar's second of the match, reducing them to 9 men. But the real drama wasn't about the scoreline anymore. As medical staff rushed onto the pitch, tensions exploded. Both benches cleared, players squared up. It took several minutes just to restore order, all while Koné lay on the turf, surrounded by teammates trying to shield him and keep him calm. And here's the moment that really got people talking. As Koné was being stretchered off in visible pain, he raised his hand and waved to the crowd. Fans who were there said it sent chills through the stadium. Here was a player with a broken leg, in front of the entire country, still finding the strength to reassure everyone around him that he was going to be okay. His own head coach, Jesse Marsch, said it perfectly afterward, calling it an incredible statement about who Koné is as a person. But the most chilling moment of the entire night came from the sideline, away from the cameras. One of Canada's own coaching staff was overheard telling the fourth official something that nobody expected to hear out loud. He said, and I'm quoting directly here, "His leg is hanging off." Just think about that for a second. That's not commentary. That's not exaggeration. That's a coach standing feet away, describing exactly what he was seeing in real time. Koné was rushed straight to the hospital. His mother and family were already there with him by the time surgeons prepared him for emergency surgery. Coach Marsch later confirmed in the press conference that he hadn't even had the chance to speak to his own player yet, because Koné was already being prepped for the operating table. Marsch said it happened right in front of the bench and that everyone could literally hear the bones snap. He compared it to a similar injury Canadian player Tajon Buchanan suffered back in 2024. The official word from the Canadian Federation came the next day. Koné underwent successful surgery to repair a broken tibia and fibula. That's the two main bones in the lower leg. The good news, and there is good news here, is that he is expected to make a full recovery. The hard truth is that his World Cup, the tournament he was supposed to be the breakout star of, is over. What makes this even harder to watch is the timing. Canada had just won their first ever World Cup match in history. This was supposed to be a night of pure celebration for the entire country. Instead, players were in tears on the pitch, trying to process a massive victory and a devastating injury to one of their closest teammates. All in the same 60 minutes. Jonathan David, who scored a hat-trick that same game, said afterward that there was simply no need for that kind of tackle, especially in a moment where the ball clearly wasn't winnable. And the team didn't let him be forgotten even with him gone. Nathan Saliba, the player who came on to replace Koné, scored Canada's fourth goal less than 10 minutes later and immediately lifted up Koné's jersey in tribute to his fallen teammate. It was an emotional moment that summed up exactly how much this team cares about each other. Since then, Koné has already posted a heartfelt message to his fans and teammates from his hospital bed, thanking everyone for the outpouring of support. Canada now has to figure out how to continue this World Cup run without their midfield leader, starting with their next group stage match against Switzerland. So here's the real question. Can Canada keep this momentum going without one of their most important players? Or does this injury change everything for their World Cup hopes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to know what you think, and if this story moved you the way it moved me, share it with another football fan who needs to see it. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what happens next for Canada in this tournament. We'll be right here covering every single moment.